Estamos de regreso a Atmósferas Magazine y tenemos en la línea ahora al señor Steve Summers. Él es vocalista de la banda Pretty Boy Floyd, que como ya dijimos se presenta el próximo 17 de noviembre con Enough en el Kiss Lounge de, bueno, sería Ciudad de Estado de México.
Ciudad de Estado de México, ya casi en Toluca.
Así es, pues vamos a hacer el enlace vía telefónica con Steve. Hello, Steve.
Yes,
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fine, fine, and thank you for your time. Thank you for get the call, and please talk about the Public Enemy's album.
Well, sure. What do you want to know? We're excited that it's out. It's been out since late December of last year, and it was put out by Frontier Records. And the first video was Feel the Heat, which you can see on YouTube and all that stuff. And the first single, doing great. I mean, it was on a lot of the rock radio charts, you know, in the UK and Japan and a bunch of other places. And now we're working on our second video, which we filmed a bunch of live shows over the past few months. And the next single will be We Got the Power.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. Then next year, now you have a bunch of shows, but next year you will have 30 years playing. You will celebrate the third anniversary of Pretty Boy Floyd.
Oh yeah. Next year, the 30 years since we were, you know, we got signed off the Sunset Strip, and we put out Leather Boys with Electric Toys. So we're planning a lot of special things for next year. We can't let it all out of the bag now, but lots of special things. We can't wait. I mean, 30 years, that's pretty incredible, and we're so glad that so many people enjoy, you know, the record, you know, Leather Boys with Electric Toys.
About this celebration, you will record some CD or DVD?
We're working on a few things right now.
Okay.
So, but we can't let it out right now, but it'll be very special. It'll be a very special 30 years, you know, Leather Boys.
Exactly. This is your fourth time in Mexico, right?
Yeah, I think it's I believe it's our fourth time. Yeah, we can't wait. We love Mexico.
I know that.
Oh, you know that? Okay.
Yeah, I know, because actually, well, you will remember me, I hope. We played together. I'm from the band Damn Shark. We played together in, I guess, the last time. And I remember how do you enjoy Mexico. And now will be in a special place named Kiss Lounge. And you will...
Oh, are you playing this time? Are you in one of the bands this time?
The last time...
No, this time.
This time no. This time I will enjoy your show.
Oh, okay.
You will play with Enough this time. How is your expectative with this show? How do you what do you prepare for this one?
Well, I wish it was already sold out so we could do 2 nights. So, so I want all the Pretty Boy Floyd fans and Enough fans and the glam metal fans and all that, go out and buy tickets so we can sell it out now so we can do a second night. 2 nights at the Kiss Lounge. Come on. No, but we're very excited. The place, the Kiss Lounge, it looks incredible. It looks like such an awesome place to play. And since we're big, huge Kiss fans, that's awesome. But we just can't wait to play in front of the the fans out there. We know they're so great, and we can't wait to play. We'll play a lot off Leather Boys. We'll play some off Porn Stars. We'll play some of the new stuff off Public Enemies. We can't wait. It's a good matchup, us and Enough's Enough.
Going to the start of your career, people consider you were very influenced by Motley Crue. Is it?
Yeah, I mean, not just Motley Crue. I mean, we loved all bands that, wore makeup and had the big show and all that. If I had to name, 5 bands, it'd be, Kiss #1. It'd be, I mean, not in order. It'd be Kiss, Alice Cooper, early Motley Crue, Anoia Rock, the big, just, big entertaining bands with, big shows and big songs and, just rocking, big anthem and, the glory days of, glam rock metal, But all the bands, everybody from Kiss to, all the stuff. But yes, when I first saw Kiss is when I wanted to, be in a band. And, Kiss, Van Halen, bands like that. But, Kiss was a big influence, yeah. And Motley Crue, of course.
Yeah, and now how do you see you are a big influence for too many new bands?
Say it again?
You are now the influence for the new bands. How do you see that?
You mean the new bands that are coming out that are influenced by us, or that are doing the same kind of stuff as us, or the newer different bands? What do you mean?
Yeah, can you hear me well?
Yeah, I was trying to understand the question.
Yeah, I mean now you are a big influence for the new bands. How do you see that?
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, there's a lot of bands, especially overseas, that do a lot of the hair metal and the big shows and the the catchy choruses and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of bands. I won't name any names or this or that because maybe they'll deny it or something. But we know that when we put out Leather Boys, in '89, etc., there was a lot of bands and a lot of musicians that were like, oh man, that's awesome. Perfect. Wow, they really because we put all of our influences into one. It was a mixture. It was wow. They're kind of like Kiss. They're kind of like Motley Crue. They're kind of like Poison. They're kind of like Alice Cooper, but they're they're raw and they're this and they're So yes, we a lot of influences on younger bands. Yes, and that's awesome. We appreciate that.
Great. How is the now the movement in the Sunset Strip and the Sunset Boulevard? Nowadays, there are 30 years ago, it will be a big party in Sunset Strip, but now, how is the movement?
There is no movement. I mean, everybody knows that. Well, not everybody. Unless you experienced it, a lot of people, they just read about it and they go like, "Oh, wow, that was incredible." But unless you were there, unless you were really there, and the very late '70s, all through the '80s, and even a little bit of '90s in the early '90s before grunge came in about '92 or so. But yeah, the Strip was, the Sunset Strip was an incredible place, for all the bands. I mean, everybody from Van Halen to the Doors to Rat to Motley Crue to and then all the bands that we followed. I mean, we were after bands like, Guns N' Roses and Poison and Warrant, Back to Pussycat, LA Guns, so it was an incredible time to have success, with all the competition that was out there. I mean, there was a lot of bands in Southern California or around the world that moved out here that wanted to, you know, be the next biggest band out there. So, you know, just to achieve that alone, to, you know, I mean, at one time in '88 or the beginning of '89, before we got signed, I mean, we were the biggest band in Southern California, the biggest draw, and, you know, and to do that after, you know, Van Halen and Guns N' Roses and all that, you know, that was an honor, you know. So, but no, back to the question. Nah, that changed a long time ago. I mean, you know, nothing will compare to those days anymore. I mean, Gazari's alone isn't even there anymore, as you know. So that eliminates that. But then, you know, but yeah, that all disappeared a long time ago. But it was incredible.
Yeah, it's sad to hear that. But now, seeing that there are such bands who is forming by big ones, big musicians. It's called it supergroups. You know, I mean like the Dead Daisies, Sons of Apollo, some kind of that. Are you think to do one supergroup in one moment?
Oh, well, I mean, if you follow my career at all, you know, I have sang on a bunch of the Shameless records, and you know, that was a German kind of supergroup, you know, band, and you know, we did have people like Tracy Guns and, you know, Michael. I don't want to say the name wrong. We had a lot of superstars on that, but if you're talking about the future, sure. I mean, you know, even for myself or any, you know, one in the band or whatever, sure, one day I would, you know, not only like to put out, you know, solo music, you know, some solo stuff, but sure, being in a group, if I could find the right guys and, you know, have, you know, write the right kind of music with, you know, a bunch of incredible musicians from different bands, sure, that would be great. That would be great.
Yeah, when you are on stage, how do you remember or how do you feel about Beanie?
Oh, well, Vinny was a great guy. I mean, Vinny was there, you know, right in the beginning, you know, when we were putting the band together and all the stuff that we had to go through, you know, to get noticed, and you know, all the rehearsing, all the this, all the flyering, all the good times, all the, you know, the first record, all that stuff. So, you know, me personally, you know, I never forget Vinny, and you know, I mean, the fans love the original lineup, so you know, they always ask, and they always show us pictures and all that stuff. So, you know, Vinny was a great guy. I mean, he hadn't been in the band in so long. I mean, you know, when we put the band back together in like 94, 95 and stuff like that, you know, he hadn't been in the band for so long. You know, and he moved to a different state, and he was doing different kind of music and this and that. But the original lineup, you know, there'll always be a place in my heart for you know, the fans and myself, because, you know, we were so young and we had a dream, and we set out and we did it, and you know, everything else that happened after that was, you know, of course, you know, business is business, and a lot of the things are out of our control. But you know, the things that were in our control, you know, we accomplished, and it was an incredible time. Lots of memories. You know, the memories aren't just, you know, when I'm on stage. The memories are, you know, all the time.
Yeah, you were young, and now you're still dreaming.
I'm still dreaming.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm still, you know, I'm still a kid at heart. You know, a lot of the stuff, you know, it feels like just yesterday. I mean, you know, even like when we played the Whiskey a few weeks ago, you know, when we shot our, you know, the live video, where we got the power, etc. It doesn't seem like it was a long time ago. It doesn't seem like it's 1988. You know, so a lot of the stuff, you know, all I can say is I'm young at heart, and you know, I've always done Pretty Boy Floyd, and so you know, we always try to do our best, and you know, after whenever this record is done, you know, maybe next year after touring and a couple more videos, you know, we're going to move on to the next record. And me and Chris, we'll keep going until we'll just keep going. So, I don't want to say dreaming. Let's just say, just like anything in life, we just try to do the best we can, and just keep going, keep moving forward. And so, if people like this record, hopefully with the next one they'll like even more. So, so far so good.
Exactly. Well, Steve, we'll see you in Mexico next November 17th. Do you want to rock in that venue?
Say again?
Do you want to rock?
Of course, always. I rock every day, man.
I will appreciate. I appreciate your time, man, and we'll see you in November here in Mexico.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, everybody, Mexico, go out and buy those tickets. Let's sell it out. Let's do more shows. We can't wait.
Exactly.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for your time, Steve.